Now, I have had this conversation with my male and female friends in the past. I've had this conversation with them collectively. I've had this conversation with them individually. I've also, in the past done a post on my blog, VanAdams.com, in reference to this topic. And, I'm calling it the velvet rope, crossing boundaries. Because I find that, amongst quote-unquote friends tend to share and pass around their exes, their past dates, their lovers, or there's someone in the group of friends who takes it upon themselves to violate the unstated code of friendship and tries to date your ex-lover, or try to date your past friend, or slosh and sleep with your past friend or your ex. Now for me, and some people say that I am ridiculous for feeling this way and ridiculous for thinking this way, but as far as I'm concerned, anybody, literally, anybody who I have ever dated, slept with, or been in a relationship with is off limits to anybody in my friendship circle, People disagree with that, especially, when I was first coming out in Baltimore, because you go out and you see the same people all the time at the club or at different pride events, or you oftentimes see the same people. And as we know, in our community, in all the major cities, Atlanta, DC, Philadelphia, New York, LA, Chicago, what have you, Baltimore, that the enclave of individuals, it's small. So of course people are only separated by 2 and 3 degrees of separation as opposed to 6. But at the same time, I'm one to believe that amongst friends there should be a stated and an unstated code of friendship and violation. As far as I'm concerned, if we're out, okay, and you see me talking to a young man, and he and I exchange phone numbers, and of course your friends are always, when y'all are in the car riding back home, you all talk about who you met, what have you. If this is someone who I've exchanged information with, we begin to talk on the phone, things are going, and even if something happens where things do not escalate and move to that next level of a relationship with a title or dating exclusively, if I have ever expressed a sincere interest in this individual, this is someone who I have talked to you as my friend about in our phone conversations, in our text messages, in our emails, what have you, then he is off limits to you. He is off limits to you. And I say this especially to a lot of my young socialites and celebutants across the country. Don't be embarrassed or think you're being pressed by telling your friends, look, I felt some kind of way about him, or I felt some way about her once upon a time, things didn't work out, and I don't want you talking to him. I don't want you dating him. I don't want you all, talking on the phone or MySpacing each other. Like, in a way, I am very territorial. I am very territorial, and I don't feel psychotic about it. I don't feel crazy about it. Yes, I'm very confident in myself. I know what I bring to the table, but I've never allowed any of my male friends to call my ex-boyfriend on the phone. Like, I see circles of friends where everybody in that circle has each other's boyfriends and dates and girlfriends' phone numbers. You have no reason to call my man on the phone to talk about anything. I mean, if I had it my way, you all wouldn't even be MySpace friends or Facebook friends. Like, we know what MySpace has turned into. We know what Facebook has turned into. I mean, it has, in a sense, become a dating network more than anything. And I, for myself, don't feel comfortable. That's where I draw the line. That's where I sort of create boundaries. If I'm in a relationship with someone, my friends are not going to have direct access to that person. Not because I don't trust my man, not necessarily because I don't trust my friend. But we all know, and I have experienced this directly, when the relationship falls off, usually something happens and that friendship or association starts falling off. And before you freaking know it, oh, your ex and your quote unquote best friend or one of your close friends are now socializing and talking behind your back when you're not around. Then all of a sudden they're hanging out together, their group of friends and you and your other friends, y'all are hanging out together, and before you know it, they're hanging out one-on-one. And before situations escalate and I have to sit in between to decide who's telling me the truth, whether I should trust him A or him B, choose my ex-lover or my lover or my friend, before all that happens, I nip shit in the bud, and that's where I create that velvet rope, where lines are not crossed. As far as I'm concerned, anybody who I have dated, anyone who I have ever seriously been involved with, anyone who I've put a title in a relationship with, is off limits to any of my friends. And I don't care how many years it's been. Me and my ex have been broken up now for 4 years. It's been 4 years as of this March. And I'll be damned if any of my quote-unquote friends end up with him. That is a violation. And people always use the excuse, well, I didn't come to him, he came to me. He sent me a message first, or he reached out to me first. I don't care. Do you know how many times ex-boyfriends of my friends have tried to talk to me after they've broken up? And granted, I may have been attracted at one point in time to one of my friends' exes, but I would never violate our friendship by accepting their advance. I don't care how sometimes, stressed my life has been, or, whether I just wanted someone new to reach out to or what have you. The exes of your friends are off limits to you. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. I don't care. There have been times when I have not been on speaking terms with somebody who I was once friends with for years. And then their ex-boyfriend sees me out, or has watched one of my videos, or sees my blog and reaches out to me, and then starts getting flirtatious and wants to take it further, and I cut it right there. No, we can't hang out. No, there's no need for us to talk on the phone. No, there's no need for us to go get a drink. No. Because things happen and people like to cross lines. And before I'm put in a situation where I have to really sit there and think like, well, damn, he and I did used to be cool. Should I do this or not? I don't even invite it. And I am telling all of you out there, don't invite it. Don't allow your friends to be cool with your boyfriends outside of you. It's fine, of course, when y'all are on group dates and you're out in sessions, but behind the scenes, your friends, your close associates should not be calling a man on the phone or calling a woman on the phone. They should not even really be MySpacing each other, emailing each other, unless they are planning a surprise birthday party for you, unless they're planning some type of event for you, or your friend is helping to pick out rings, or whatever the case is. If it's not along those lines, god damn it, they don't need to be in association. And that's just how I feel. Agree with me or not, I draw the velvet rope right there. Whoever is involved with me at no point in time should ever be involved with my friends outside of me. That's just how I feel. If you feel differently, express it. Let me know. Do a video about it. Like I said, every Friday from now on, I'm going to be featuring my favorite response video on VanAdams.com, my blog, on my YouTube channel, my Facebook, my MySpace, Twitter. I'm going to be featuring my favorite response video. So let me know. Do you agree? Do you agree that there should be a velvet rope drawn between your ex-lover or your current lover or someone you dated exclusively? Should there be a velvet rope drawn between them and your friends? Do you feel like it's okay for your friends and your close associates to date, mess with, play with, MySpace with your current lover or your ex-lover or someone you felt some kind of way about? Like, how do you feel? You know how I feel. Let me know. I'm VanAdams, loving you all every day of my life, conquering the world. One word at a time. I love you all. Love you all. VanAdams, baby. VanAdams, the one and only.
For sensation, I know why you stepped in through my door.